What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka New York Prepper, and I wanted to talk to you guys today about who I'm going to be voting for in the election and why. Okay, so what you're looking at is the beautiful Hudson River, and those mountains back there are the Catskill High Peaks. All right, and if you look closely, you might see a little white coloration on the tops of the mountains. We got some snow last night. We got like 2 inches of snow down here. And so up in the high peaks, they probably got a couple inches of snow. Last night, the temperatures fell into the teens and 20s, all right? But if you look closely, you can see some of the snow up there. You see the white spots there on the top. So who am I voting for and why? All right, I'm going to be voting for Donald Trump. And why is that? Well, I'm not exactly a Trumper. I'm not a big Trump supporter. A lot of you guys have heard me criticize him a lot, and I even had a lot of people unsubscribe from my channel because of that. And you know, I'm going to continue to criticize anybody, any president, any presidential candidate. I'm going to criticize them when they're wrong, all right? And obviously no one's perfect. I'm not perfect. But if I see somebody who's doing something wrong or they could be doing something better, I'm going to point it out, all right? Doesn't mean that I'm a liberal. Doesn't mean that, you know, I hate Trump or anything. There's just certain things about him that I dislike, all right? But I'm still going to vote for him because bottom line is, you know, I'm a Republican, and, you know, I've been a Republican pretty much my whole life. I registered to vote at 18 years old, and I've been a Republican ever since. And even when I was in second grade, I remember I was supporting George Bush when he was debating Bob Dole. Even when I was in elementary school, I remember supporting Bob Dole. Not Bob Dole. I remember supporting George Bush over Clinton. But anyway, I think I'm probably remembering something wrong, but whatever. Anyway, so why am I supporting Trump? Well, and why am I voting for him for that matter? Well, the reason why is because Biden has a track record of being anti-Second Amendment. You know, he supported a federal assault weapons ban in the 90s, okay? He was a big supporter of the federal assault weapons ban in 1994, and he said many times that he wants to have a federal assault weapons ban, all right? So that can't happen. Now, obviously here in New York, there is an assault weapons ban here already, but, you know, I eventually probably want to leave New York, and I don't want the entire country to be like New York, where you can't have anything, any kind of weapons besides, you know, a break-action shotgun or something. And even then, they want to take that away. So, you know, you guys know that I'm a big shooter, and I'm a marksman. I love guns. I'm a gun enthusiast. I love all kinds of guns. I do a lot of shooting. Just check out my playlists. And, you know, I love hand loading. And, you know, I've been a gun enthusiast my whole life. So, you know, that reason alone is enough for me to vote for him over Biden. But in addition to that, Biden wants to do some other things that I disagree with, like the Green New Deal. You know, he wants to eliminate fossil fuels by 2030, all right, which is crazy. He wants to turn the U.S. into Canada, where you can't buy a generator of a certain size. You know, like in Canada, certain size of generators are illegal, all right, because of emissions, supposedly. And so I don't want the U.S. to turn into Canada as far as, you know, not being able to buy certain size generators and, you know, regulation of fossil fuels. I think that's detrimental. And the Second Amendment as well is a critical thing for me. Now, obviously, Trump isn't the best on certain things like foreign policy. I would like to see him be more of an interventionist, but that's just me personally. I like to see America sometimes get involved in certain things to project our power around the world rather than isolate ourselves. And there's ways that you can project power without having to get involved in costly wars. And I think sometimes Trump has failed to take action when there was an opportunity. You know, just because he has a very isolationist mindset. And he's a businessman, so he doesn't understand things like war and foreign policy. And I think he made a mistake by firing some of his national security advisors who were seasoned veterans like H.R. McMaster and you know, Mattis, and I think I'm missing someone else, but you know, McMaster and Mattis, those guys were awesome. I don't know why he got rid of them, but you know, it is what it is. But bottom line is I'm voting for Trump because of the Second Amendment and because there's nobody else, you know. In a perfect world, I would like to see someone better than him. You know, his personality's not always the best. He's a little bit arrogant. He doesn't listen to his advisors. But at the end of the day, you know, Biden is much worse, you know. Biden is a radical. You know, he comes from the Obama administration. He has the same philosophies about free markets and the Second Amendment and things like that as Obama did, you know. So, you know, we can't have that happen again, you know. We can't have this radical communist in our country running the country. So just wanted to let you guys know where I stand. That doesn't make me a Trumper, you know. I'm not one of those types of people that would support Trump all the time and no matter what support him. That's not who I am. I objectively criticize everybody, but I will be supporting him just because of the Second Amendment and because Biden is a radical communist. All right, so go out there, guys, you know, vote however you wish. I'm not going to push you to vote one way or the other. I would prefer you guys vote for Trump, especially if you're a gun enthusiast like me, and if you care about, you know, America. But that's pretty much it, guys. Have a good weekend. Take care. God bless. And don't forget the 3 P's: prepare, practice, and persevere.